Welcome back to another episode of the One-on-One podcast. My name is Josh Katz. I feel like I have to throw in my last name because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I feel like we've been off for a couple weeks. Ryan's been gone. Kathy, I know you. You're still being Kathy, but what's going on?
Beautiful fall.
Yeah.
We are actually having 4 seasons, which is incredible.
Yep. Ryan, I didn't introduce you guys. I feel like we have Kathy Baker and Ryan Esteban, as who I'm joined with always for every episode. But Ryan, what's the latest with you?
Feels nice to put a jacket on.
Yeah.
I like fall weather.
Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. I'm ready for it to be winter, actually, at this point. I have a question for the three of us and our guest, just to kind of kick things off before we get into our topic for this episode. I want to know, Kathy, Ryan, and guest, who I'll introduce you in a second. What is your dream car?
Oh, dream car.
Oh, I'm ready.
You might have to intro our guest.
All right, I can. Okay. So we have Nora Crosthwaite. I'm just gonna jump right into it because she's ready. She is one of our real estate brokers and team leaders out of Des Moines, Iowa, and she's a rock star. We're stoked to have her on this episode. Before we get into her expertise in this world, what is your dream car, Nora?
Porsche 911, stick shift, as fast as it goes, and they're coming out with a convertible. Just saying. And
do you have a color too?
Whichever color is not going to get me pulled over every time I get behind the wheel.
It's probably black.
Too late. That ship has sailed, or that car is run.
Yeah, I really like silver, blue. I hate yellow. I hate yellow sports cars. I judge people that drive yellow Corvettes.
And you drive stick shift too, which is very impressive.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I don't right now. Right now I have the mom mobile, but this is my dream car,
exactly.
Not my current car.
Sure. Yeah. Kathy, do you have a...
I don't know. Anything that someone else is driving that I could just...
Okay, so it's so fun. But my answer is very similar to Kathy's, but I'll go ahead, Ryan.
The 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz.
Dude, that was actually awesome.
Electric.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Kathy, I'm like you. I want a Rolls Royce with a driver, and I'm in the back seat. 7 days a week. I don't want to drive. I want to be driven.
I guess you do where you are.
What's that?
I said where you are. I can understand that.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I drove to San Diego this past weekend, and you have to leave at 6:30 in the morning to get there at a normal duration of time. Anyways, we could talk about this all day. We have a lot to talk about. Kathy, I know you're so excited to have Nora on because we want to dedicate this episode to teams in the real estate industry. And Nora is an expert on this. She has a wonderful team. Where do you want to start, Kathy?
I want Nora to tell us a little bit about herself, a little bit about her history, her experience, because first time I met her, I got to tell you guys, I was so impressed with her systems, her organization. Mm-hmm. She can articulate the value of each team member and how to structure a team. So Nora, take it away and tell us a little bit about you.
So I started in real estate 9 years ago. Actually, 9 years ago yesterday, I got my license.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And I started a team on a whim. About 2 years later, I had an old client who called and said, "Hey, do you know anyone who's looking for a part-time assistant?" And I went, I wasn't, but I guess I am. Can I have you? And she stayed with me for 5-6 years. She ended up leaving only because her husband took a job out of state. So that in general tends to be why I lose team members is they move out of state. And it breaks my heart every time. Since then, right now I have a part-time assistant and 3 full-time agents, and then myself on my team. So it's technically a small team. We might be nearing the mid-sized team. My goal is not to grow fastest. My goal is to grow the best. Mm-hmm. So the people count. There's a lot of things I can train, but I cannot train character, and I cannot train integrity, and I cannot train my values.
I love that. Higher attitude, train skill. Yeah. I think that's the key to it. And I think the key to it are to have systems in place and to know what talent you need at the time of the hire. And I think a lot of mistakes Ryan and Josh, that people make is they think, oh my goodness, I've got too many leads. I'm going to go hire a buyer's agent. And I think Nora and I have talked about this. That's not the power move. So speak a little bit about why you would need a team. I think we're on the very eve of looking into a market that is going to go to a team environment.
Yeah.
May not be there yet, but we are very excited to have Nora on board as a coach, to coach teams and to be able to prepare people for the market that's coming.
I chose to add an assistant when I started dropping the ball. Not on my transactions, those always get done, but on all the other things that come with running a business. And frankly, the things I hate doing. I hate regular social media posting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my forte.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of the random stuff that isn't client facing. To me, I shouldn't be doing it. I can hire somebody for that. Now you've got choices. You can outsource, like your website. You can outsource your website to somebody, but then maintaining it is a whole new ballgame because it's outdated within a week of posting your stuff. My systems were regular touches to current and past clients, and really past clients, I find, is where the money is. This is where the referrals come in. Everybody loves referrals, but that's the stuff I was dropping the ball on. And that's when I brought my assistant on board. I know there's, from a team model perspective, there are books out there that say you need to have listing agents and buying agents. I don't actually do that because from a client standpoint, I wouldn't want to work with two different agents. I'd want to work with one agent who knows when I'm moving out and how's the sale of my house going, and therefore when do I need to buy my next one. Plus, I find that it makes our team agents stronger when they can say to a seller, listen, I showed a house just like yours 2 weeks ago, and this was a problem for my buyers. We need to fix it. I'm in the field. So that has been my approach to my team, is not to focus on buying and selling so much as the person, the character, and seeing their value, even if they can't see it.
I think it's also, you have clearly figured out how to play to your strengths, like Nora's strengths, and you've now built a team where, okay, I am an expert in A, B, C, and D. I need help with E, F, G, H, and I. And so you've now found the right people to put in those places. And and to your point, you may not be the largest team, but that's not the goal that you're going after. You're going after the most successful, best possible team.
Yeah, we are definitely going for full experience, full client experience, and also full agent life. That's a big thing for me. And it's coming from, I have a background in corporate software development, and I used to put in 70-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
I won't do that anymore. When I wanted to start expanding was to start gaining control over my life. One of my strengths is systems. And any brokerage owner will tell you recruiting is a big deal. So for me, from a team standpoint, if I want to go after someone, I have to be able to tell them, this is what I bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised. Yeah, sometimes it's leads, but a lot of times it's people like, I had no idea how to run a business. I just don't know. And I have no interest.
Yeah.
So there's something that any team leader can offer, and they need to be able to articulate that very, very well. And you're right, Ryan, go for the strengths, go for the complementary things, go for the people that make you feel like you don't know enough, because then they are bringing that to you and you're all working together.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sorry, Kathy, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it seems very natural to you. I know you've now been in this industry for 9 years, but prior to, were you also leading teams? Because it seems very like it. You clearly gravitate towards this sort of role.
Yes, I was. But, I had this conversation with someone, with a solopreneur who's starting a team in a completely different industry yesterday. When you are in a corporate environment, so many of our realtors, this is our second, third, fourth careers. And so they have management experience.
Sure.
This is different. They're working within the structure of a corporate environment, quarterly reviews, annual reviews, those kinds of things, handbooks, etc. This was a whole new ballgame. I got to create it from scratch. You know what I don't do are annual reviews, because if I've waited 11 months to tell somebody that they're doing something either good or bad, I've waited about 10 months and 3 weeks too long.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Kathy, did you notice the verbiage too? It's I got to create something. It wasn't that I was forced to, I have to. It's like there's excitement. Like that's cool. It really is.
Well, I think the thing that I'm hearing over and over, and I want to reframe a couple of things to emphasize them. I'm hearing extreme leadership and extreme ownership. Also a tremendous amount of confidence, because what that confidence allows is growth within the team. So it's not that you're limiting people to what you think they should be doing. You're empowering them to do what they need to do. I also love the fact that you're aligning core values and you're leveraging what you don't love. And that's why you're still in love with the business. Those operational things that are essential to get you to the closing table are not the highest and best use of your talent or your time or your passion. So you hire that out, if that's bookkeeping, whatever that is, and that allows you to follow up. Josh, what we find constantly is that people can almost double their business. I think Nora will tell you this. You can almost double your business if you follow up appropriately. But if you stay in the weeds and you don't leverage out to team members, whether that be a non-licensed assistant, a licensed assistant, a buyer's agent, if you don't start to leverage, you're going to limit your growth and you're going to be paralyzed.
And we are in an opportunity here where agents are dropping out. They are leaving the industry. So anyone that wants to stay, anyone that's in it for the long haul has an opportunity to pick up market share. And the only way to do that is to do your job, do it well, and sweat the small stuff, but really let somebody else sweat the small stuff.
Well, you got to identify what's the small stuff and what's not. And I mean, this is the third, maybe fourth shitstorm I've been through in real estate. And honest to goodness, what rises out of it are heroic, amazing producers. I'm never one, Josh, you and Ryan have heard me say this multiple times. I'm never one that's going to complain a lot about this kind of market, because every now and then we need a cleansing.
Right.
And that's what we're having right now. The people that are hobbyists, the people that are not serious and passionate about what they do. This is a relationship business. You can bring all the technology you want into it, but it's still about being knee to knee and eye to eye with people. And I absolutely love that you're wanting people to have that experience. So let me ask you this. Is there power, do you think, in the future in developing teams to be able to work with the diversity of the buyer?
Yes.
Diversity of the needs of the buyer. Because we've now got 4 generations purchasing.
Yes. We have. So diversity, and, I don't know if you know this, Kathy, I'm the chair of the Des Moines Association of Realtors Diversity Committee.
I did not know that.
And the past chair of the Iowa Realtors Diversity Committee.
So good person to ask this question.
Yeah.
This was a really big question for me. There's so much to diversity. It's generational, it's gender, it's LGBTQ status, because it does matter. I've had people move based on how they feel, right? Race, I think people automatically assume it's race. Cultural origin, languages spoken. On my team with the 4 agents that we have, we speak 4 languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Arabic.
It's amazing.
And in the last month, we've used all 4 languages. So it's such a key. It allows you to really focus on who's got the right strengths for which scenario. And then there's also diversity of needs. Acreages with septic and rural or well water, et cetera, does have a different strength than your downtown condo here in Iowa. I don't know if you get acreages out where you are, Josh, but we definitely do. It's just being able to customize the experience for the client, to me, is so important. We are being trusted. It's such a gift to be trusted by a client to help them with the biggest purchase of their lives.
Yeah.
it's such a gift. And I'm just so grateful every day that I want them to have the best experience possible.
You have this like mentality that not only do you want your clients to have the best experience possible, you also want your team members to have the best experience possible. And like, I know Ryan and I know this as former athletes or whatever, even part of the creative team that we're a part of now. Like, there's something to be said about being a part of something. And I know we're all a part of Realty ONE Group, all part of the big one brand, but like it needs to get like more laser focused than that. And like, and you've done that, right? There's really something to be said. And I kind of want you to like emphasize that a little more about being a part of a team.
One of my team members has actually been asked, why is she part of a team?
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't she go on her own? And she said, she told me about it later, so I wasn't there, but she said, I just love being a part of something.
Yep.
There's something to be said for when things go off the rails, having someone to call to bounce an idea off of, even if that person doesn't get involved. Or being able to say, hey, listen, I'm really out of it right now. Can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
Or my husband is having knee replacement surgery and I have a closing that day.
Yeah.
I know you'll handle the closing. Or one thing we do at the end of our team meetings every week is, and we had one today, is I'll say, okay, what did everybody learn this week? It does not have to be real estate focused.
Sure.
And so one person said, well, I learned what a Federal Pacific electrical panel looks like in real life because I have one. And one person talked about her experience driving back from Colorado. And I said, I'm having this really tough transaction, and fun fact, employment verification to outside countries is difficult.
Has that closed yet? Has that closed yet?
No. No, Kathy, it has not, which is why I'm not naming lenders and things like that. But it's supposed to close either the 8th or the 13th or the 15th or never. Who knows? Who knows?
That's real world right there. That is.
It is. It's, we share so much and we celebrate each other.
Yeah.
We really do. When one of them got their first closing, 2 of my team members are brand spanking new to the field. So when one of them gets their first deal, we are on the team text. Oh my God, Justin, you did it. First of many. Way to go. It's fun to have that.
Well, to lift each other up and then to just have people in your corner that you trust. I mean, I think that's, you can't put a price tag on something like that.
That foundation is trust.
Yeah.
Hey, can I transition a little bit and talk about celebration?
Yeah.
And talk about what we might be celebrating all together in November of 2025?
Yes. Yeah, please, Kathy.
Yes.
Like 20-year celebration of Realty ONE Group?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just say, I am so excited for Summit. I bring my team every year. I pay for the conference. We get so much out of it.
Yeah.
Like our job is each of us has to go and find one thing we want to implement.
I love that.
That's cool.
That's it.
Then we come back and put it all together. It's just, and I've been part of other brokerages. I've been to a lot of real estate conferences, either as a vendor or as a realtor. Realty ONE Groups, what I love about Summit is that everybody is valued no matter if you've sold 3 houses or 300 houses.
Yep.
And I love it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So thank you guys.
Well, no, we appreciate everything that you're saying. I mean, it's a huge lift for the entire company. It's a big lift for our team. We can tell you the details that we know or that we can share right now. It's going to be huge. This is our first time ever doing it in Miami. Like Kathy said, it's our 20-year anniversary. Yeah, I mean, I promise I will share more details as I'm allowed to, but just know that if you've been to previous ones and you've seen how big these events are and how big the names are of the keynote speakers, it's going to be even bigger in 2025.
See, and they won't tell me anything because I can't do what Josh did.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can't tease. I don't tease well.
You white now?
The body tattoo. What was it called?
Oh,
Oh,
that
your-
was a
your
cool
story,
one.
yeah.
Your story one. Yeah. Did you like the photos and stuff?
I did.
Yeah, it
I
was really
did.
cool.
And
That's awesome.
it had me in tears.
Mhm.
Like I came back a changed woman
Yeah.
from that.
I mean, there's a
Yes.
couple. I mean, we can now talk about like the Peyton Mannings and the Magic Johnsons and all the other people we've had on stage in previous years. And yeah, I mean, there's times where you can hear a pin drop in that room from from whoever is speaking. So
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a time for waterproof mascara. And I mean, I might already have my, eye out for good dresses for the gala.
yeah, and that's the other thing. So our closing party will be part of the 20th anniversary celebration. So it's not just going to be a black and gold gala. It's going to be all 20th anniversary themed. And I might already be sharing too much. So let's
I
just
might have to cut you off soon.
Yeah, let's just stop
sir.
there. But Nora, we are so excited that you join us every year for that event, and that you're, part of our coaching team with Kathy. Like it's so
Yes.
great.
I love it. It's been so much fun putting together with Kathy. We've put together a needs analysis, like a needs assessment for
Mhm.
people that either have a team and don't know what's going wrong with it. It's not where they want it to be, or they're thinking about starting one.
Yep.
And I'm going to start testing that out, seeing how that goes. I'm really excited because for people that are open to changing their business model, or really for people that are open to letting go of control of every step of real estate,
Yeah, that's good.
there's so much freedom in letting go.
Yep. That's perfect. And for those listening, watching, you have a resource right now. Reach out to Kathy, reach out to Nora, reach out to me. I'll put you in contact with them. Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much, Nora.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we'll see you at Summit.
Yes, next year.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the One-on-One Podcast, powered by Realty ONE Group. For more information, questions, or concerns, please reach out to coaching@realtyoneGroup.com.